Sometimes a child does something completely normal. They say no, they want something different, or they simply express how they honestly feel. But instead of feeling understood, the emotional atmosphere suddenly changes. Someone sounds disappointed. Someone withdraws emotionally. Or the child begins feeling like they have done something wrong simply for expressing themselves. This is often when emotional guilt conditioning begins. The child starts learning how strongly the adults around them react emotionally. They begin noticing that certain choices seem to upset the adults around them, and certain behaviors suddenly create emotional discomfort. Over time, the child may begin feeling responsible for emotions that never truly belong to them. The body may begin feeling tense before making even small decisions. What this often teaches is that emotional safety may begin depending on protecting adult emotional comfort. Repeated emotional responses from the adults inside the home may slowly teach the child that expressing independence can create discomfort, and that personal needs may sometimes come second to keeping others emotionally comfortable. The child may begin learning that another person's emotional state feels more important than their own honest feelings. This can quietly create an emotional hierarchy inside the home. The adult's emotional comfort comes first. The child's own emotional needs come second. And when this repeats, guilt can begin feeling connected to simply being yourself. This can become a very normal survival response for children, not because the child has done something wrong, but because repeated emotional responses may begin teaching the child that independence creates emotional discomfort for others. Some people describe this as a narcissistic family pattern when it happens repeatedly, not because of one difficult moment, but because the repeated pattern teaches the child to manage adult emotions by feeling responsible for them. If this happens once, it may simply be a difficult moment. But when it repeats, children can begin adapting around the pattern. In healthy homes, children do not feel responsible for protecting adult emotional reactions. Healthy emotional safety allows children to express themselves without feeling guilty for doing so. Emotional safety allows independence. Emotional confusion teaches responsibility for others. Many adults still carry this pattern without realizing where it began. This is often why some adults feel guilty simply for putting their own needs first later in life. They may worry that disappointing others means they have done something wrong, or feel responsible for keeping everyone emotionally comfortable around them. What felt like constant guilt may have actually been emotional adaptation. Sometimes repeated emotional experiences teach children to protect connection by becoming responsible for emotions that were never theirs to carry. Your emotional reactions may make more sense than you realized. Recognizing the pattern helps separate what repeated emotional experiences taught you from what your own feelings were naturally trying to express. If this helped put words to your experience, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This channel exists to help you recognize narcissistic and manipulative patterns calmly, clearly, and without blame, so you can understand what is happening and trust yourself again. And when children adapt this way over time, another pattern often begins to form. In the next video, we are going to explain why children start saying sorry all the time and how that pattern can shape emotional behavior over time. Click here to watch.